Testing 1 2 1 2 3. Testing. Seeing for audio levels here. Testing 1 2 1 2 3. Testing. Seeing for audio levels here. All right, checking 1 2. Train coming through town. Alright, testing 1 2 here. Hopefully audio levels are good. Alright, let's select our new character. Workshop Warrior. I'm gonna have to customize his appearance at some point, but for the time being, he's just gonna be one of the defaults. Now, I did go ahead and give this character some items that were from the previous character that was in this slot. Duke Buttercup, I think was the name. And so now I've got a lot of that junk, a lot of the junk items. I think most of the food items. He's got a Raider Under Armor and a few other things there. I also gave him a legendary level 5 since I'm not going for, you know, a zero start situation. We're going to play like we had some previous existence here. But this character is primarily going to be used in doing workshops, for better or worse, to see if it's possible to do it from an early level and kind of see how damage scales as well, to see if we can take on some of the higher levels with some of our lower leveled legendary gear possibly. If it ever loads. I hear noises, but I don't. Nothing yet anyways. Come on, Maggie. Over here. Good girl. Oh, there's something. That doesn't look right. I saw that earlier today when we were on here. Sorry if you can hear my mic bobbling around. My min pin just took her place on my lap. Yeah, that doesn't look right. I don't know what's going on with that. That's a screenshot, but the one preceding that, a little odd. Am I on the right character? Yeah, level 2. That's weird. I didn't leave him here. Let's go ahead and jump up to Vault 76. I transferred the items to him up at Watoga there, or down at Watoga, I should say. So that's why he was down there. Okie doke, so we're going to start out like pretty much any character coming out of the vault here, except that we do have some stuff on us already. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Level 5, we're going to have access to this Instigating Chinese Officer Sword. Does double damage when target is full health. I have double repaired it, so it's going to have that extra durability and extra damage. So this 37 here is actually considerably higher than what it normally would be. For reference, this is the machete that you get off the body that's down the hill here. Got a few Molotov cocktails, and this is going to be a pistol build primarily here, so thinking to try and keep this character relatively lower level and just use it for this workshop fun stuff. So hopefully we'll get some fun PvP going and kind of move in that direction as our primary focus. Create some entertainment there. Okay, so since we have our initial stuff set, we're going to head over here to the workshop that is in that direction. I believe it is called... Oh, one moment. Let me get that pulled up. I'm using the Fallout Interactive map, by the way. There's a link to that in the description. It has junk, titanium, concrete, and wood. It is the Gorge Junkyard is where we're heading first here. And game plan is just to start taking workshops and don't stop. Also going to be getting the workshop skills as early as they're available. Unfortunately, some of those are not available. And well, I think the final level of the home defense is not available until after level 23 or 22, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my live dashboard so that way I can pop in here. Oh, hey Sego. Yeah, no, not quite Heroes of New Earth or War Thunder or any of those other ones that I've been doing in recent years. It's been a while since I've done Heroes of New Earth. I have played some Dota 2, but I haven't done any videos for it, and I don't think that I'm quite on par with it well enough to do it any justice. I was only maybe just slightly above average at Heroes of New Earth, so doing the commentary for Dota would be outside of my realm of possibility. I'm definitely below average at Dota 2. Helped that I had hundreds of hours of game time in Heroes of New Earth. I don't have anywhere near that number. Aw, well, I appreciate that. No, I really enjoyed doing the Han commentaries and things, and part of the reason that I finally got permission from S2 Games to actually do it, and I was so burnt out on the effort of just trying to get in contact with them. There was a caster named Cumley at the time. He has a video somewhere on YouTube where he kind of describes, I went all the way and talked to the COO of Dirtbag Music, and oh man, it was quite the chore. But by the time I finally got permission, I was just like, I just didn't have it in me anymore. And so I ended up moving on. Plus the amount of time to do a lot of this video stuff just eats it up. Depending on whatever's going on in real life at the time anyways. No, I definitely appreciate you coming to check out the stream here, and I do appreciate that you subscribed all that time ago. I know that every time I change and start doing something different, I end up losing a bunch of old subscribers, but I understand that. You don't want a bunch of stuff in your feed from something that you're not interested in. Well, that was a short trip to get here. Helps when you have company. Yeah, so, okay, we are here, and this is going to be the Gorge Junkyard. Let's see if it's actually taken. Ah, Mr. Handy Fuel. That Mr. Handy Fuel is actually used for making the buzzsaw blade. I'm not planning on hanging onto that because I've got a stockpile of it on my other characters. The episode series that I'm working on right now on my other character is going to be using the buzzsaw, the Mr. Handy buzzsaw, as his primary weapon. So I have been trying to pay attention to all the locations I can get Mr. Handy Fuel, because it takes one of those per construction, if it doesn't bug out and eat all of them at once. For some stupid reason I had that happen. There's defenses. Somebody own it? It says unclaimed. Shows unowned. Oh, I need 38 caps. 38 caps! Jiminy Christmas. Okay, well, so much for that. I am going to do some looting, though. Jeez. What am I going to get? Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm going to have to focus on getting some caps early on. I should have transferred some from that other... Oh, I deleted that character with all his caps on him. I didn't transfer the caps. Well, crapola. Oh, well. Gives us a goal. We can work on that, on getting there. So do you still play Han, Sego? Did he lock these? Of course he locked these. Dang it! You know, I need to probably do that whenever I get done using one of these workshops, to go back and unlock those things before I log out, just so that way whoever else comes by can loot from them. Okay, so what's another one that's on my list to go visit? I'd like to claim that one. Alright, we are going to temporarily head to the Overseer's camp and go from there. Oh, Rocket League, that's the one that's like soccer with cars, right? I think I've only seen advertisements for it. I never have actually played it before. Oh, Testy has a stream? Wow. Yeah, that is amazing that he still plays. Honestly, it's been so long since I've checked in on Han. I just assumed that it had dwindled down with the advent of Dota 2, that there just wouldn't be that much of a player base for it anymore. In playing Dota 2, though, I do miss some of the heroes from Han, and some of the changes that they made to the heroes that they did port from Dota. Because Han was kind of the original Dota 2. And then they added in their own custom heroes that made it a lot more fun. But part of my big experience and fun with Han and playing it was actually the group play. Eep. Oh wow, 2.3K. Yeah, that would do it. You've got some time logged in that, for sure. Yeah, I don't know what... Does this track your hours in here anywhere? Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. How do I access the freaking... Oh god, the keys in this game, I swear. There's an hours tracker, I thought, somewhere in here. For character, maybe? Okay, for 7,600 hours. This is 141. So I've got 141 on this account, and I've probably got more than that on my other account. I actually have two accounts because my buddy lost interest in the game, so he gave me his, and I've got two computers. So it makes it handy on occasion when you need to transfer things over. And he gave me his tricentennial code for, this is actually his account, the Raider Buttercup. But he doesn't actually play anymore, so it's not like we're two-boxing or anything. Yeah, well, the first achievement that popped up there whenever I was playing initially, I was like, 76 hours. Why the heck do I get an achievement at 76? Oh, the game's title. Right, Fallout 76. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, the 7,006... You'd figure that'd be like 760 hours somewhere in between. But unfortunately, doesn't look like that's the case. They really do need to increase the amount of sources for the atoms for you to earn, because you can do these challenges every day. Complete a quest while diseased. That one shouldn't be hard to do. Kill a super mutant and take a photo using photo mode. Okay. There. I'm going to achieve this and get some atoms. Oh, don't stop looking all vicious. Expression. Yeah, angry. He's angry. And done. Boom. Achievement unlocked. There we go. That's how you get 10 atoms, apparently. How close? Okay, getting closer. Almost to the Overseer's camp here. Yeah, well, since they skipped 760, I'm gonna guess that if they 7,600, then yeah, it might be 76 or 760,000 maybe. But yeah, they really need to increase. I'm hoping that with the new events and stuff that they're supposed to be having join the game, that we'll be able to earn more atoms, because there's been plenty of things that I've had pop up. I just refuse to spend money. I mean, I bought the game. I just really don't want to have to spend the extra to get a second. Basically pay for the game over again just so I can have some pretty looking clothes or cool paint for my armor. Hollow. That's what I want. Play those real quick, get that over with. Whoops. Yeah, that's my stash. I almost tried to auto-loot that. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I have knives. And they're actually equipped. Cool. So, if you ever do you play 76 at all, or did you just get pulled here? 87 years. Yeah, I would hope that there's not, unless it's just a joke achievement. Okay, need to craft a piece of armor. I think we don't have any left leg stuff in our storage. I could go check, but I'm going to be lazy and not do that. I was gonna say, if you do play 76 at all, and you ever start a new character, or if you're planning on possibly playing it, throwing knives are the way to go. Yeah, well, the funny thing is, on a lot of those YouTube channels where the people are talking about like, oh, this is what's so wrong with it, either a lot of them have follow-up video or gameplay that they've live streamed after the fact, or you find out that they've played for so many hours, and they also end up putting another video following it up saying, here's why it's not as bad as we think it is, or here's why it's not as awful as you might think. So I would recommend it. Obviously, you've seen I've played over 100 and whatever hours on this account alone, and the only reason I decided to do videos, because I haven't done videos in a while, and the last video I did took me 12 plus hours of editing to just do for the tutorial for getting caps in this game. So I enjoy it. I think that there's good reason to like it. If you liked Fallout 4 and you have some friends that you can definitely play with, couldn't hurt. Whenever it first came out, I played with a bunch of friends, but they all kind of got burnt out. It's not that they didn't like the game, they just moved on. They got their 100 plus hours into the game and kind of lost interest. Of course, whenever I go into something, I usually go into it hardcore anyways. Yeah, if it's ever on sale again, or on steep discount or something, I definitely recommend it. That's what I bought it at. I bought it when it was at 35 bucks, I think. The Black Friday sale. So I'd say it's definitely a $35 game. I don't know that I would want to pay full price for it. Although I've definitely gotten full price worth of enjoyment out of it now. It wasn't a full price game whenever they first released it, but they have fixed a lot of the problems that made it nearly unplayable to begin with, or made it frustrating, I should say, to play to begin with. Oh, I liked Fallout 3. Fallout 3, played New Vegas, played 4, all of those. But no, I just really like the RPG elements.
Mr. Farmhands are out of control. Evacuate civilians and take down those supervisors. Once they're dealt with, you'll have to reboot the server. Again.
What's kept you away from it? Is it just that you're more of an action or real-time strategy kind of type thing? Or you prefer that? Or the faster paced? Obviously, if you liked Han, you liked some of the faster paced action, even though those games took forever. The quick action and gratification made those enjoyable.
Overseer's log, town of Flatwoods.
Stop telling me to buy a darn... I don't want to buy an icon. Leave me alone.
The old tavern, the church.
Okay.
People
Hollow.
using them for
Be quiet.
log.
Thank you. Ooh, frag grenade.
With smarts and a
Okay, I
little
can sell some
luck,
stuff here
you'll
to
do just fine out there.
the robot here. Sell him some of the stuff that's going to decay on me. I don't have any purpose for carrots or corpse flower stamens. I'll hang on to those for now.
While you're here, why not grab a stim pack or two?
Okay, so to maintain our next line of action, I really am not all that interested in doing the main quest line here. I guess I probably have to do some of it so I can get some of the baseline construction things for making camps and for use in workshops. I'm just going to try and burn through that as quick as I can. I think I need to find... There's a corpse? Is that the quest I'm on now? Need to find the dead chick at the water. Oh yeah, I didn't like... I've tried League of Legends, and it was just, to me it felt, and I don't want to sound like some jerk elitist gamer, but it just felt too dumbed down. You know, even Dota in its current form, Dota 2 in its current form has quite a bit of simplification that's been done to it. I mean, some of it's really nice, you know, as far as making supports' lives easier, making it just so much easier to be a support in that. It's probably because that's my typical role. I was support or semi-carry, and it's made life to be in that particular realm a lot better. That and oh geez, train of thought as I got attacked completely went out the window. But yeah, didn't like League of Legends. Tried it, couldn't get into it. Had buddies that were really wanting me to try and play it with them too. Yeah, the no denies. Now I do like that actually in Dota 2 they did implement that you get experience and reward for denying now too. Whereas before it was just a matter of keeping your enemy from getting it, now there's actually some added benefit to doing it yourself. I don't know if Dota has... I'm trying to remember what the hero was that had a benefit that built up the more units that you denied. There was something... Oh, man. That's been so many years now. But yeah, there was a hero I could have swore that had a benefit to denying specifically. You know what? Let's get rid of that. I don't need it. But yeah, in Dota 2, you also don't have to worry about the courier. The courier is automatically purchased, and I think in recent versions they don't even have to have where you buy the winged courier anymore, which was always just a way to keep your supports down, because You know, they've always got an extra 200 gold that they can spare to buy a winged courier after they spent 200 buying the regular courier. It has been simplified, but as one of those people that play that class, it made it a whole lot better for me. Especially since I was so absolutely out of practice. You can kill the courier, but it comes back after a set period of time. So it is still valuable to do. You get gold for killing it, and it pops back into existence. I think it's 2 minutes, I want to say. Oh, I didn't grab a sample of the water. This is what I did the last playthrough. Forgot to do this. I ran all the way back to the church, and nothing. Okay. Sample collected. Let's not soak up a bunch of radiation. Gonna go ahead and finish this fertile... Oh, never mind. It's got 25 seconds. That's not happening. Derp. But it doesn't really seem to have changed a whole lot of the gameplay in Dota 2 to have given those little bit of, I guess, a little bit of ease to the support. It's still fun to watch and still fun to partake in. It's definitely a lot more stressful than, like, oh, what's the Blizzard one that they've got? Not Overwatch, but it's the little quick and simple Heroes of the Storm. That's it. That one is super quick and easy. Hey, hey! Stop it! I tried playing that Heroes of the Storm for a while. It's kind of fun. It's just not really, I guess, all that satisfying. It's almost too simplistic.
Error. Compost reserve depleted.
Would you guys just leave me alone? Thank you. Okay. Do I have any caps yet? I need to make sure I try and sell for as much as I possibly can.
Water is necessary for
Keep forgetting.
equipment sterilization. Please assist.
Okay, I'm about to be doing some cooking soon, so that'll let me make some more money off of those. I need to boil the water. Right. Oh, you gave up on MOBAs as a whole? Just because Rocket League's fun enough? What are the game times for that? How long does a match take to complete for Rocket League? Alright, now we should have completed the quest here. We can go check in at the event here. Yeah, this thing. Check volunteer status. Now we're gonna go cook some steaks. And as soon as we get that done, hopefully we can make our way to the next workshop here, and we'll have some caps in our pocket so we can actually start taking these things. Oh, see, 5 to 15 minutes is, yeah, that's much more bite-sized. That's what that Heroes of the Storm was like. You could get that done in, yeah, 5 to 15 minutes maybe, depending on how it went and what your opposing team was like. So it was satisfying in that way. It just wasn't satisfying, I guess, in the gameplay as much. There were some cool moves and maneuvers and stuff you could pull off. Some skill shots and things of that sort, but it just didn't feel as in-depth. Aw, someone took the throwing dagger that's usually on this guy. Ooh, great mentats though. I'll take those. Alright, training. Alright. Whoa, stop running into a wall. Okay, now, also, sometimes there's actual ribeyes on here. Yeah, there we go. Or Brahmin meat, I should say. Derp. But otherwise you have to kill them, and that's where a throwing knife can come in really handy, because at 75 damage, whack, takes him down to where you just gotta hit him a couple times with a machete, and the job's done. We'll go cook all this. I should have plenty of wood since I transferred that stuff from the previous character. Smite. Oh, I'm trying to put that in my head as to if it's the one I'm thinking of. It's a top-down isometric, but the graphics were more Diablo-esque. Is that the one where they had the big stone golem that was in that? Smite? I'm trying to remember. There was another one that was similar that was in the, I guess, MOBA genre. But I didn't try out Smite, no. Does it have much of a player base to it? Because I think that's part of the big reason. The last time me and my buddy tried to play Han, just for old time's sake, we were like, yeah, let's go play some Han. We haven't played Han in years. And we went to do it, and it took forever to find a match. Just absolutely forever. Of course, that happens in Dota as well. There we go. Let's see if I've got any more stuff I need to cook. All drinks. Sure, make some melon juice. I don't know why I'm carrying around a melon anyways. Melons weigh 2 pounds. And this will give us health regeneration if we actually eat it. Let's see if we got any consumables. Sure, grilled rod stag, get that done. Oh, I should have drank the melon juice. We'll save it for now. Camera close to the player. Oh, So it's more of a over-the-shoulder, third-person kind of a, I guess, kind of like how Overwatch is. I haven't played Overwatch either, so it's not necessarily a MOBA, but I guess it's got its origins in the MOBA genre. What am I doing now? Oh, check the kiosk. Go turn in our ribeye cooking quest. This is all part of the tutorial, by the way. This just is something that you kind of have to do on each character before you can really get off the ground. It'll usually get you to around level 4 or 5, get you started into where you can actually start PvP. Complete training. Alright, connect. Oh, responders database. This is where we find out that we need to go to the airport, but we're not going to because we have other goals. Oh, Gowley Mine, Morgantown. I don't think I ever noticed receiving all of those markers before. Yeah, I knew that it gave you that one. Where are these other markers? Gowley Mine. No, I didn't catch what the third one was called. But I'm not seeing any other markers. Huh. Oh, where our goal is actually past the ag building here. We're going to see if anyone owns the... Oh, right. I need to learn. Whoops. Oh, sure. Yeah, let's level up while we're at it. 10 feet behind the player. Right, so it was a third-person suspended camera, kind of a chase cam, I guess is how they'd describe it. Talking about Han, it's kind of strange how some of what the views, since I've actually started paying attention to where views and stuff come from recently, the Han videos, Testy versus Tralf, and what were some of the other ones? Chew, In-House. So those ones still get, you know, like 100 views a month. It's like, wow, people are digging up the old golden oldies, I guess, wanting to find that stuff. I'm looking at my cheat sheet on my level ups here so that way I can remember what it is that I need to actually get. Okay, we're going to get Agility, Action Boy level 2. Because believe it or not, I actually have a build that I'm working on. Gun Runner. Oh, and we're level 5, so we can actually equip our... Do we get Gun Runner 2? Yes, we do. 20% movement speed. That'll be helpful. But yeah, that and apparently the other game that I think I actually started my channel on, Battleforge, has been getting a ton of views because somebody actually brought it back from the dead. The developer EA actually killed the servers for the games, and someone else has taken it up as a pet project to bring it back. And I've been getting a lot of views paying attention to it. Well, good. Well, hopefully at least the buttery smooth baritones of my voice are bringing you some nostalgia. At the very least, our conversations may be satiating some of the good old Han days. Because, yeah, that was, I think that was, it wasn't the peak of my channel as far as subscriptions and things of that sort. But it definitely was the heyday of live audiences, because back whenever I was casting for game replays, I remember that the World Championship, I cast it for them, and I had 3,500 live stream viewers, and talk about being nervous. That was something else. I don't have the sweet radio voice of Breaky CPK, but I at least did my research and tried to make it entertaining whenever I was casting. I always thought it was nice to know what you would expect from certain players, and I would take the time to do research on the teams and find out what it was that they were known for, even if I hadn't watched them before, or if they were obscure. I'd go find videos and whatever I could, looking at their play history, seeing what characters they liked and preferred. That was what kind of drove me crazy about the success of some of the other casters, is that they were just calling the action on the screen and didn't have a whole lot of input to offer, or didn't have somebody else with them to offer input, because even though I was just above average at Han, I usually understood when I needed to get a co-caster or somebody that could better explain item picks and other, what I would consider tactical choices. Yeah, Breaky CPK and Phil. Phil I actually got along with pretty well. Phil was the one that got me to finally get permission from S2 Games to use it, because I wanted to do the proper thing, because I qualified to become a YouTube partner, and it, wait, what am I? Oh, I don't need to be in here. I'm on autopilot again. But, where?
Overseer.
Okay, needed to listen to that. Kill you. But yeah, he was the one that got me permission from S2 Games, because Phil actually enjoyed my casting style and enjoyed me. And so he, since he was Breaky CPK's partner in crime there, he got me in with S2 to where I could actually talk to a real person. Because whenever I tried contacting the... What was she? It was before there were really social media managers for these kind of companies, but that was what I was trying to. I was sending out emails and saying, hey, I'm minoxen from YouTube, and I just really want to have permission to use your visuals. Because as part of the partnership program, you have to say that you own the rights to these, or you've been given the rights to use these visuals. And man, I got the runaround on that. But it eventually came around. Unfortunately, by that time, I'd lost interest. But I can understand where they're coming from, because it's tricky. Because obviously, most of the people probably wouldn't be here watching me play this game if there was no game going on. You're probably the exception to the rule because you're not interested in Fallout, but it's figuring out what the balance is between how many people are there to listen to that particular person's additions and how many people are there just strictly because of the game and the visuals, and whether or not you're giving away story or plot. Oh shoot. Nope, nope, please, I don't want to die. Let me finish my thought, you stupid Scorch. Thank you. And now I'm derailed. Oh well, I was probably ranting anyways. We're almost to the location that I was wanting to go to, though. Which is the industrial food factory here. I always forget the name. I sat down whenever I was editing the video for episode 1 on Buzzsaw, and I was trying to memorize the name for this place. Sunshine Meadows Industrial. We'll find out in a moment. Sunshine something. Sunshine Meadows Industrial Farm. I always forget the farm part because it doesn't look like a farm. Okay, it says it's mine for the taking. Do I have to clear anything? Looks like no. And we should have some caps in our inventory. We've got 88 caps. Woo! We're rich. Alright, nobody's taken this before, so it only costs 25. Shouldn't have to compete with anybody for this. I'll be able to demonstrate to you guys my unbeatable defense for this spot. Well, it's not unbeatable. If a high level shows up, he's probably going to kick my butt. But he will have to become wanted to get in here, which is the key to defending this place. You have to seal it off so that way people just can't wander in. Alright, shove this stupid thing out of the way. Alright, so let's go ahead and lock up all the doors. Close these while I'm down here and thinking of it. Because once you go into build mode, you can't close doors. Please fix that, Bethesda. That would be super nice. Also, by taking your first workshop, as you can see in the top left up there, I'm unlocking all of the items. Oh, whoa, there we go, finally. You unlock, when you take a workshop, you unlock all of the defense items here that allows you to better defend these locations. Now this one you can't put a barricade on the inside of the door, but you can on the outside. You just wait for that notice on the right to disappear to say that you can actually drop it down. Put a level 1 lock on all your doors. That means somebody has to pick the lock before they can get in. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid doing the looting as much as I would, because trust me, and it's like if you ever did check out the couple of actual cut episodes that I have for my Fallout stuff, I edit those down so heavily. They started out at like 2 hours, and I got them cut down to 20 minutes, so there's a lot of jumping around, but it's just I am that kind of person, and it is super against my normal person to just leave stuff behind or not investigate every nook and cranny. So I usually get derailed pretty quick. And, oh, okay, got a bookshelf. And you can't put a concrete barrier up here, but you can put a bookshelf in front of this. And I've locked the door, so now if someone unlocks the door, they have to destroy the bookshelf, which gets them an even bigger bounty on them. And there's only one other door you have to defend in this location other than sealing off the main entrance, which will be next on our list here. Because I want to hang on to this one. I'd like to hang on to this one. And sure, we'll do that. Yeah, that's why I've only done live stream stuff whenever I have a set goal, and I have, because I think that's important, is to have something that you're wanting to work on and something that gives you a goal for the stream. Okay, so this is how you defend this location. You go to defenses, which I keep scrolling past somewhere. There it is. All right, this big tall guy here. This actually, well, let's get rid of this stool. Okay, so you set down this defensive wall, you butt it over against this, move it up to here. Okay, right as it jumps up, that's where you want it. Boom, boom, one diagonal one here, and then you use concrete barriers, leaving just enough space to tempt someone, but that they're not actually going to be able to get through. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah. Come on. Just drop in there. Just be a good little thingy and drop into the place. Okay, so once that's in place, then you can set up the rest of your wall here. Because otherwise, if you try and defend out past this location, they can just work their way in through numerous other spots. So this is always the way that I go. Okay, and that should be narrow enough that, yep, not getting through there. Okay, cool. So, should be unable to get through here. They'll be able to peek and look, but they won't be able to actually touch. So, look but no touch. Alright, so now we've sealed off all the doors except for this one. This one we're actually going to leave open for us to get in through. Do we have oh, we don't have power from Poseidon. That's a bummer. Well, actually, here's someone. Oh, the Scorched are out there. Haha, that would be the feat. I was like, oh, geez, I don't want to have to try and defend this radar already. Okay, let's go ahead and put a couple turrets in here. I like to set them up so that way they can shoot out these windows, because these windows are actually porous enough that they can see out through there. Oh, right. I need to put a barrier here. This is the other spot that you seal up. That, and one more. Now you're impenetrable, I think. Asterisks, just in case. Go ahead and put up a couple more turrets. Yeah, I hear ya. Okay, now, to get credit for this defense, I at least have to hit one of them, but since there's 4 waves, that shouldn't be a problem. So I'm going to hit more than that. Alright. Come on. Don't fail that hard. There we go. Oh, you know what? We're actually level 5. I am full on derping. Instigating Chinese. Yeah! Oh, well, it's not going to work now because you're damaged, but the next one, when we hit them in their full health, it does a lot of damage. Get 23 meters that way. Hopefully I can keep you entertained. Alright, clear this one. Whack. Yeah, one-hit wonder. Oh, what's in there? Oh, that's the food machine telling me to start the food machine up. I'm not super interested in the food machine since the power plant is not online. If the power plant was online, we could do it, but unfortunately, without it, it makes it a lot more complicated. But what we will do is steal the power, because it gives you 10 power without even fixing the power plant. So we'll pass that power wire through here. We'll build the resource extractor for our junk. Boom. And then connect a wire to it. And now we got junk. And to keep it safe, we're going to put a level 1 lock on it. So we'll be the only ones to get into it unless somebody else wants to break the rules and become wanted. Also, I'm probably going to stick to melee in the early levels here just because ammo, especially for the gun that I have, is kind of hard to come by. So we're going to save that since we can one-shot most everything at this low level as it stands currently. Once we get done defending this place, though, I am going to plop a bed down, and there's a guitar on the 2nd floor. I don't know why there's a guitar in here, but there's a guitar that you can play to get your AP regen to go up. Also picking all the flowers that I can. I'm going to go ahead and pick one of these, but the last time, before they made the change to flowers, you couldn't actually sell rhododendron, I think is how that's properly pronounced. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Die. Phew. Okay, food. I need something. Okay, well, that's better than dead. I got 2 more waves of these, so yeah, I'm gonna have to bust into a stim pack. I have a bunch more stim packs than I normally would at this point, just because of my previous character. Any goodies yet? No. Those things can take an annoyingly long amount of time to update, unfortunately. Or it will show that it has nothing in it, but then it actually has something, so you have to sometimes give them a moment to look at them. That's wave 3 down. 1 more to go. It's kind of my goal with this character that most all of the experience will actually come from these defenses and things as well. So it'll progress slowly, because I kind of want to hover it around level 10 for a while, because I've got a bunch of black powder pistols, and a big part of this is wanting to be able to do some PvP. But initially, I've got to get all of the workshop locations unlocked, so that's probably what the majority of this particular stream is going to be, is me walking and getting to each of the locations. Come here. Also, it's a good tip, if you end up playing, each defense that you do, it seems to, I haven't found any particular hard evidence to it, but it seems like it gives you more resources at these locations as well to build with. Yeah, well, at least to see, the Scorched were another part of the reason why a lot of people were saying that, oh, this is just such a horrible game, they didn't finish it or anything. When they first released it, these guys didn't even have their guns pointing in the right direction. Like, they're like shooting a shotgun, but they're holding a pistol and it's pointed backwards, and this game was in a horrible state when they first released it. But yeah, thank God they're a bad shot, otherwise I'd have been dead a few times over. They get better at higher level. Close? Okay. Alright, we're gonna get our rested bonus. Oh, I also need to apparently deposit some junk. So we're gonna go up to a hidey spot in here. Put my sword away. Okay, let's go into build mode. Oop, that's not build mode, that's a light. Alright, let's get a bed. Oh wait, have I learned my bed? I haven't learned my bed. Let's go to notes. This is another thing kind of drives me crazy, is that you don't automatically learn recipes. It seems like that seems like such a simple thing that they really should have it to where you learn. I mean, I don't know. I think there should be a toggleable thing. At least let you know which ones you do have learned. Build. That's what I want to do. Build. Give me a bed. Anywhere in here's fine. Just plop it down. There we go. Okay, the bed buff lasts longest, so we're going to do that one first. Yeah, you can only know one recipe of that particular recipe. So like I had to learn metal beds. So if I ever find another note of metal beds, then I can't learn it a second time. So I could trade it, or I could give it to another character. So that's why they designed it that way, I guess. But I would assume maybe let you learn it the first time you pick it up, or I don't know. There's pros and cons to both, because if you auto-learn it and it's like crafting a weapon, like if, say I picked up a recipe to be able to make combat rifles, well, you have to have like makeshift gunsmith level 5 before you can even build one. So I'd know how to make them, but I couldn't make them unless I wanted to invest a bunch of points into those particular perks. So it would be frustrating in that way, to where at least then I could trade the combat rifle schematic to somebody else. Yeah. No, if you want the pretty beds with pillows and stuff, you gotta pay atoms for those. That's how you get access to those. I don't think I've I don't think that I've unlocked... Well, no, I take that back. There's a place called White Spring where you can get the nicer looking beds for a pretty expensive amount of caps. And now we're well tuned. Cool. All right, so this is kind of going to plan because I wanted to get this workshop definitely tonight. Oh, this is why we're so heavy. We're carrying around all these extra guns. Let's, I like to do this little trick here. We will plunk down a weapons workbench up here. Oh, we also need to remember fast travel. Oh, I'm horrible at navigating this stupid menu. I hope that it's not just me, because it always happens to me. I never find what I'm looking for. Okay. Plunk that down. Now, we can do this. Exit the station. Now we're actually up higher than what we could get otherwise. Let's scrap all of our junk. Scrap all of these pistols that we're not going to use. Hatchet, lead pipe, machetes. Just want to make sure I don't... I think all my other stuff is legendary, so I don't have to worry about scrapping anything valuable. Pitchforks, by the way, which I just scrapped, is actually a really good two-handed weapon. Yeah, no, I do this one a lot. What's the other thing I do up here? I go... Whoop. I keep wanting to use that light. I then... If I had a better stash box, I would use it, but I don't have a better stash box unlocked because I don't like to leave a stash box that people can recognize laying around, because then they can stash their junk before they try and take my workshop. But I'll just leave this one up here, and then I can access it by hopping into that that workbench. So we'll store all of our scrap in here. Now, what else do I want to do before I close this? Miscellaneous structures. This is a fast travel mat. So whenever I'm under attack, or if somebody tries to take this from me, and I fast travel back here, I'll pop in on top of this mat, and I should be able to attack them from above. So another pro tip there. Hello, Miss Moran. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Hopefully you find it entertaining. Alright, let's see. So, this is the weapon that we're going to be using as our primary for the time being. Let's go ahead and set up some favorites. F. Let's change this to our instigating sword, and number 3 is going to be our Somerset special. Good. Alright, now before we leave and move on from this location, we're going to set up a few more defenses using traps and turrets. Turrets and traps. So since all of the stuff on the right is still highlighted in green, that means that it's coming out of the workshop's budget. So it's not costing me anything of my resources that I have stockpiled. So if you ever do go to take a workshop, this is how you can tell. So long as those numbers up there stay green, I'm okay to keep spending them unless I'm willing to spend out of my own pocket. But by putting these punji boards down on the ground, when somebody tries to take this, they have to stay within a certain radius of the workbench. And so this will force them to step on these nails, which will either make them get diseased or just deal damage to them. Either or, I don't care as long as they stay off of my stuff. It'll make it so that they can't just sit in one place and take my workbench without having to do a little dance. There we go. Cool. Now I just need to make sure I don't walk over them, which is probably going to happen a lot, because it's inevitable that I do. Come on, just one more. There we go. Alright, that looks pretty good. Next, let's see if we got any more. Oh, I ran out of steel, but I've got some steel left. So we will go ahead and put an extra turret up here. Most all of my defenses are going to be focused on the inside because the outside defenses aren't really all that important. I want to make sure that I hang on to this, so if somebody comes and they want to take this from me, I want these turrets to help me out as much as they can. Unfortunately, if it's like a level 100 and something, I'm going to lose it anyways. This is going to cost me some more steel, but none of the other important stuff. Where do I want to put this? Set it over here. There. That's pretty good. I think that I'll be happy with that for now until I get more budget for this place, or more resources, because I don't want to keep expending my steel to defend this spot. Make sure we close our door behind us. Hatchet, don't really need that, but it'll give me some steel if I scrap it. Come on. Yep, see, sometimes you gotta wait. They'll hide them from you. Alright, let's get this quick travel location over here real quick, since we're here. Actually, I think this is in the direction I wanted to go anyways. So I can either go... Yeah, that's going to be way too far. I can either go up here. There's a workshop here. It's not very popular, so I'm not super inclined to go to that one. Or I can continue down to this one, which is where we can actually earn quite a few caps. And it's part of my tutorial video where I explain how you can make a bunch of caps every day. Now, I don't have the required perks. Oh, speaking of perks. Woo! Let's see what we get. Come on, something good so I can save levels. Traveling Pharmacy, excellent. That's one of them I really wanted. And Action Boy. That's another one I wanted. So that's awesome. That's 2 levels that we don't have to spend points on. So, okay. So one of those I actually have the points for already. If I want to use Action Boy, I have to raise my agility to 5. And, oh, but my non-automatic pistols now do 10% damage. That'll be 5 damage on my rifle, or on my pistol. I'm going to hold off on that for now. What other one can I get that I don't have a category of? I don't think I have anything in Intel yet. And I think that First Aid is in my list. Yes, it is. Actually, Serendipity's in my list. That's probably more important. Let's get back to my dashboard. Serendipity. That's going to be in luck. There it is. So we're going to raise our agility by 1 point, and we're going to pick Serendipity. So that will let me put Serendipity on, because I already have 1 luck, and I will be able to... Oh, and I got Born Ser... When did I get that? That's part of my build too, but I don't have enough points for it, so... Alright, let's rank this up. Level 3. Sweet. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Oh, yeah, I have Gunrunner. I should probably actually start using that, maybe? That would be helpful. Food satisfies an additional. Sure, we'll keep that one going. And we'll add Traveling Pharmacy. Now I'm lighter. Excellent. Now, there should be some mole rats that pop up out of the ground here before too long. Around this place. Yep. Come on. Where's the rest of you? I know that you're around. You little suckers. Oh, jeez. Those are like the most terrifying thing consistently, to where they just pop up out of the ground and scare the living crap out of you. Okay, I think that there's some oil in here we might want to get. There's usually... Oh, nope, somebody grabbed it. There's usually a box of industrial shortening on that counter there. See if there's anything we can cook while we're here. Eat fruit juice. Let's go ahead and cook these mole rat chunks. I don't think I have the charisma to probably be able to sell these for more, but... At least they'll be cooked and ready to go. We'll go ahead and drink that melon juice that I held on to earlier as well. And cook a mole rat chunk, sure. Mole rat chunks give us an extra strength, so we'll hit a little harder with this sword as well. I'm going to head down that country road. Alarm in the background. Oh yes, yeah, that's the workshop. It's like a factory sound of whenever it produces something. Which I think every time it makes that noise, if I had the food processor powered up, it would actually have made me a piece of food. So typically you're going to want to power that up and do Salisbury steak, because Salisbury steak heals you the most in one go, to where you don't have to consume multiples. It's probably the best, I think, on weight, but it might be, I think Blamco mac and cheese actually might be the most efficient, but if you want to have to tap the button once, Salisbury steak's the way to go. But there's another workshop you can see down on the compass down here that we're going to go for next. And this one, I'm trying to remember the resources that are here. Silver, copper, etc. But the key thing here, how much weight do I have? 109. Alright, we'll hold off on looting the place for now, but is these. Plus I don't have green thumb, but wild corn, there's tons and tons of corn here. You can get 136, I want to say, corn. And corn sells for 1 cap each. So that's just easy money. Somebody's been here recently. Got all these piled up liberators. Oh, that's right. I forgot that there's a special event actually going on right now that gives you radiation resistance for every toy that you carry around. So, revolver, So this teddy bear, I'm pretty sure. Okay, what's our... We have no radiation resistance. If I pick up this teddy bear, we have 5 radiation resistance. Yeah. So teddy bears count. Does a large baby bottle? It does. Oh, I don't think I'd seen anyone mention that before. Baby bottle. Okay. I don't know if why that counts as a toy, but I'm not going to complain for having an extra little bit of radiation resistance. Oh, these blocks count. So we should have 30 now, right? Yep, 30. Does this ball? It does! Kickballs count? Oh man, then you can go to a lot of places and get toys. There's a ton of different toys. Sorry, I was leaning up really far on the mic. I don't know if you guys could hear me okay. I just got really leaned forward and didn't pay attention to where I was until my min pin decided to wiggle around on my lap. Because she's like, Dad, you're squishing me. Come on. There we go. Whew, I was losing her. She's my gaming buddy. She hangs out on my lap all the time. Alright, back to the action. Let's get our workshop claimed here. Is it next to this other building? Might actually be. Oh yeah, we're not there yet. The corn comes before, and then actually there's a power armor station in here. I don't know if they'll have anything at it. Looks like somebody's been here, so probably not. Yeah. I'm not sure what specimen they have in that, but there's also a bunch more up in this location. Actually, there's a bunch of acid up here I'm going to grab, because acid's pretty helpful. This is an experimental crop field. It's got a little decontamination arch here. It doesn't work. Oh, somebody's got a house here. And apparently it's doing something. Huh. Okay, well, I'll kill this one since it's coming to me. Alright, back on track. So, in here, there's... Oh, yep, they looted this too. But yeah, there's a lot of specimen jars that are usually lined up along on here, so I was gonna... I would assume that these specimen jars would be full of plants. Go to another place, though, they're probably full of a bunch of other things. Oh man, they looted all the acid. Well, that's probably why they have their camp there. I'm gonna guess. If they have their camp station just right up there, they probably log in, come to their camp, come down here, harvest all of these vegetables, harvest all of the acid, and have that as part of their normal routine when they log in, because you can get about 400 caps worth of stuff here. Sorry, I need to get me a drink. We're talking about back in the old Han days, that was one thing that was always a struggle. Talking non-stop for so many hours. Like whenever I did one of the recorded post commentaries, like with Smock or On a Prayer, that, man, sometimes we had to record those 2 or 3 times because of video recording errors or other such stuff, and man, that could wear your voice out. There were times by the end of that if it hadn't been for me just staying lubricated with water, that I would have lost my voice by the end of it. And even at the end of it, by the next day, I was usually suffering a little bit. Oh, teddy bear. More radiation resistance. All the toys. Okay, so we should be able to... Yep. Just 25 caps. And we got 20 caps by clearing all those little liberators away. So it's actually only costing us 5 caps to take this in the first place. And I don't know, since we don't have Poseidon powered up, there's not a whole lot that I'm really going to want to build here. I think this is copper, and I guess I could build this. But I think I get 10 power. Let's see what we can get for 10 power. Water? How much water do we get for 10 power? 1. We get 1. Well, I guess water's more valuable to me. Okay, we'll just do 1. That seems so silly. We'll do one water here for now. Come on. Give me a... There we go. Poseidon is the power plant. Wait, did that say 100 now? Oh, it's at 100 now. Sweet. Somebody fixed it. Okay, so on the map, down here. Where? No, here. This big power plant. So Poseidon is a power plant that you can go and repair, and once somebody repairs it on the server, it stays up and is working. So it provides 100 power to any workshop that has one of these boxes. This one's Poseidon. There's also Monogna, which is up here, and Thunder something, which is somewhere over here. I don't know that I've ever done that one before. Oh, there it is. This one. I can't remember its name. But each of these workshops have power supplies for free that you can use. Otherwise, you have to build generators, which then takes resources from the camp. And so, actually, since I'm not really interested in any of the stuff here, I'm probably just going to build a few of these and get some water. Because purified water generally always sells for at least 3 caps per thing. And sometimes more than that, if you have the right charisma for it. And I know that we grabbed a Great Mentat earlier, so we might actually be able to get more for it. So we're going to go ahead and connect these wires. Power up all these water pumps off of our free power. Excellent. What is this? Is this copper? Oh, it's not going to tell me here. Copper, yep. What are the other stuff that's here? We got food 5, fertilizer 1, gold 1, copper 1, crystal 1. The crystal could be of some value, but if memory serves, it's all the way on the other side, and I would have to build a bunch of little power jumpers to get across there, unless I just wanted to move these water pumps apart from each other, which isn't the worst idea. But I don't think I'm going to bother with it. The water is going to be more valuable to me, so I'm just going to use up the resources for the free resources for water. Come on. Also, whenever you take over a workshop, you have to defend it within, I think, a minute. Oh, there we go. We just used the last of the resources, the free resources anyways. See how now it says oil 4, screw 4, but it's grayed out? Yeah, Raider Buttercup's my name. This character's name is, I think, Workshop Warrior, but the account name is the one that shows up on the map. So, Raider Buttercup. And this one also says Raider Buttercup. Not sure what next workshop we're going to go. You know what? We might go for Poseidon. Just go to Poseidon and have it be a whole Poseidon trip here. Take advantage of that, because the cool thing about the power stations at power plants, or the workshops at power plants, is that they get 400 power from the box that comes out of the wall. So you can get a lot of stuff. I do have another account that's actually called Minoxen, though. I'm just not using it currently. I think all my character slots are full, so this is my experimentation account, generally speaking. But if you do end up deciding to get the game, feel free to send me an invite. I'm sure there's going to be some of these streams when I'm going to want some help, whether we're doing workshops or just PvP in general, or even just taking down the queen or something of that sort. Doesn't have to be on this character. Yeep. I guess our defense has begun. All right. I freaking hate all rats. Can I get on this? Will this work? Nope. They don't care. Probably get on this. I feel like I'm in Tremors. Aha! That one fooled you. Oh, I can't hit you apparently. For reasons. Okie doke. You know what? I'm gonna use the pistol. Yeah, the queen is the boss, the Scorch Beast Queen, which is supposed to be the end game for Fallout 76, or at least is currently the end game. She's this big, monstrous bat that you scare out of the earth down all the way here in the corner of the map by dropping a nuke on her. And then she comes out and you fight her, and much fun is had. Hey! Gotcha. It is a dot in circle, I guess. It's the only reflex sight that I had to add. I generally just use VATS because it's quick and easy, but yeah, it would make more sense to use the sight probably, since VATS isn't 100% accurate. Come on. There they are. Phew. Sometimes just quicker to tap bats. Alright, I've got one or two more, it looks like, according to my quest log. Nope, just one more. That was it. Sweet. Okay. Let's see what we get for our reward on this, because this is a pretty good way to level early on as well, because you get a decent chunk of experience and you get some good stuff. Completed our defense, and we get a milk machine is our new item that we've unlocked for... Oh, apparently we leveled as well. Notes? Oh, metal diner doors. When did I get that? Oh, I already know it. I got another one, apparently. Let's level up. I needed more agility, right? Okay, let's double check. Okay, Born Survivor is part of my build. Yep. I wasn't going to pick it up until level 13, apparently, but... and then First Aid, I can go ahead and pick that up. So I'm going to get one agility, and I'll just pick an intel card. So we'll get one agility, and we will pick First Aid to make our stim packs more effective. Sorry, had to get another drink. So we can equip that now, and we've got enough to equip Born Survivor. Now we will actually automatically use a stim pack when we get low on health. So if we hit 20%, it'll automatically jab us and bring us back a little ways. Let's see if I can get live dashboard back up so I can see ya. There we go. Alright, well, we've got plenty of purified water now, so I can actually see about hotkeying that as soon as we start getting some cranked up here. Come on. Where's all my purified water? No, you got it. Okay, let's set up a hotkey. Let's change that and set up to purified water. Great, now I can just drink purified water when I need to. Unfortunately, I don't really have a good food source yet, so we're just gonna have to manually keep nomming down on the food. I might take us back to... Oh no, we're heading to another merchant down towards Poseidon, so let's go ahead and fill up on razor grain and potatoes. So potato flour is up this way, I think. I don't know that we're going to have the weight capacity to handle it, but there should be potato flours up here. Is it here? Where? Ah, here they are. So these potato blossoms, since I don't have green thumb yet, that means that I'm only going to be able to pick one of these for each crop. So I'm unfortunately only going to get one cap for each of these, but if I don't spend a whole lot of time, it'll be worth it. Okay, we'll go grab some razor grain now. And that'll give us a few extra caps for doing workshops and other such when we get done with that. Any more water? Holding out? Alright, nothing yet it says, so we'll just move on. Grab me up some razor grain. Oh, I really wish I had green thumb. That's the... If I get to get lucky and get something out of a card pack, green thumb is what I want. And it's actually a fairly common card, so it'll probably, hopefully happen at some point here. And those are all picked. Strange. Razor grain actually gets brighter in color after you pick it. Go figure. Don't know why, but... Now, if I really, really wanted to, I could just... Yeah, I know a lot of people actually call them potatoes too, but it's like, no, they're supposed to be tomatoes, but they're like mutated tomatoes, so they're tatoes. They look like tomatoes whenever you actually pick the cultivated ones. So I'm guessing that they're just tomatoes and they just call them tatoes now instead of potatoes for actual potatoes, or tomatoes, just potatoes. But yeah, if you wanted to, you could log out and log back in this spot, and all of these plants will be available to be picked again. So it's a good way to get a bunch of crops, for one, if you want to cook, but also if you wanted to sell them. So, and that's actually not a bad idea to go ahead and make some razor grain soup, because razor grain soup is good for food and water, and it also, scrap here. And it also heals you for a considerable amount as well. Okay. And I thought that there was a house near here. I think it's actually back that way, but we're moving on. I don't want to get too sidetracked. We'll find a spot where we can cook for sure. Down in this direction. Ooh. Oh, bugs. I hate bugs. They're such a pain to try and hit. So let's see if I can dagger them from a distance. Oh, wow. Pro. Nope. Of course, I whiffed the next one. Oh, no. Whew. Okay. Oh, that's creepy. Leave me alone. I don't want to get diseased. Although apparently one of my quests was to do something while diseased, so I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing. I still prefer not. Oh, well, that's why one of my throwing knives did nothing. It's floating midair. Get it. Yeah, that's creepy. What is this thing? Some sort of a shrine, creepy looking shrine thing? Nope. No thanks. Church up there. I think I've been in that church before. I don't remember anything useful in it, so we're gonna bypass. Ooh, I see a fan. I'm a loot. Give me. There. Okay. Alright, alright. Moving on. Where should we... Okay, actually, if I cut directly to the east... That way. If I cut directly to the east, we'll get to the power plant. I should have done that to begin with. I wasn't thinking about which direction I was actually traveling. I thought that the power plant was south of that location. It is not. Oh, hello. Please die. Oh, I didn't want to pick up that board. That was a panic grab. Is that it? Just two of them? Okay. I'm okay with this. Yeah, bloat flies are gross. Well, the even grosser part is the way that they describe their little projectiles that they shoot. Apparently they're little maggots with hooks on their heads. And so they shoot their maggots at you and they stab you, and then they're supposed to burrow into you, and that's why they do poison damage. So pretty terrifying. I would not want to run into something like that in real life. Bot flies. If you ever want to go terrorize yourself on the internet, you should look up bot flies. Those are horrible real-life creatures that probably got some of the inspiration for these in here. But yeah, bot flies are actually something cause a fair bit of damage in the hide industry. What you doing, Maggie? You can come back over. My min pin is deciding whether or not she wants to be back on my lap. She apparently left for some reason. Probably needed a drink. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. Repositioned. Min pin on board. Oh, that point blank shot missed somehow. This is why I don't aim. I don't think there was any much valuables here. Spoiled meat. Although we do have a cooking station, and I was actively looking for that. So, sure, let's make some mute fruit juice, some soup flour tea, cook up that bloat fly. Don't really think I'm gonna eat it, but it would give me better selling prices when it's cooked. Wow, I had a lot of mole rats. Oh, that's right. They were included in our defense. So this is what I was actually talking about. Razor grain soup. It does give you disease resistance, which is nice, but it heals you for 30 HP. Which, if you look at some of this other stuff, you know, 25 for mole rat chunks, only 12 for corn soup, 12 for carrot soup. So razor grain soup is actually really potent. So we're going to go ahead and whip up. That should be around 10 of it, I think. So we'll whip up 10 there, and we'll actually add it to a favorite. Let's go ahead and add it to 9 here. Change. Razor grain. Soup. Oh, it was only 9. Oh well. Drink us some water. Eat us some razor grain soup. We're on our way. Oh, what the? Oh, he noticed me before I got into crouch. Well, he was just oblivious. I guess I was oblivious because he snuck up on me too. Any guys up there? So there's a cool thing you can do. Ooh, battery. Batteries are really heavy, so you don't generally want to pick them up unless you know you're going to be scrapping soon. But I'm pretty sure there's a scrap location not too far from here that I can scrap that battery, so it's not going to weigh me down forever. Okay, so when you climb one of these towers, you actually get the opportunity to survey area. And what that does is, it should, there we go, start populating locations on your map. See, there's Poseidon Energy Plant. There's the Charleston Landfill, Charleston Train Yard. Wretched Wallace already owns the power plant. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Well, I guess we lost our workshops. See, now that's another reason why a lot of people don't recommend buying the game just yet. Because now, those workshops that we took are no longer ours. Whenever we join this server again, it's going to be a totally different circumstance. We still have our well-tuned and well-rested bonus. I'm not sure how much longer those are going to be. 25 minutes? Yep, and that's about all the longer that I was planning on. Probably streaming for another half hour here. Might do a little longer. Yep, sure enough. Okay, that one's unowned. And that one's unowned. Oh, and Poseidon's unowned too. So, I guess win some, lose some? Because we'll be able to take Poseidon's location. But we've lost the others, and that's a key reason why you never want to invest your own resources into workshops. Because if the server disconnects, or you disconnect, or if you have to leave, when you come back, your workshop is gone. It would be really nice if they had some sort of a way to reconnect to your previous server. But unless you are the only one that get kicked off of it, I wouldn't say it happens a lot. But probably once every 4 hours. I mean, so if you're a hardcore gamer that's going to be sitting down and doing this for a long time, you're probably going to have it happen to you during your play session. It's supposed to have gotten a lot better because one of the reasons that it happened was dupers, which they've supposedly patched out most of the ways that you're able to dupe now. But I guess the last duping method, in order for the dupe to work, you had to crash the server. And so jerks were crashing the server so they could duplicate their weapons and whatever else they were wanting to make extra copies of. And unlike Diablo or some of those other games that have item IDs, such as saying that, like, this gun that I have, this is item number 115334. If I made a duplication of it, it would be the same item ID. And then they could ban everybody that has a copy of it, or find out whoever it was that made the copies of it. But unfortunately, I guess that Fallout 76 does not have a ID system for weapons. So it, so it's impossible for them to track down these duped weapons or the dupers. So our best hope now is that eventually they either ban the dupers, which they have been doing recently. They've been banning some of the worst of them. And so either they ban them or they find a way to get rid of the duped weapons. I'm okay with either. Oh, he's tough. He's tougher. Leave me alone. Probably not wise to stand on a truck with a bunch of explosives in the back, but so long as they're not shooting type critters, should be okay. Whiskey. Whiskey is used in making grape mentats, and grape mentats are awesome. Unfortunately, I don't have the recipe on this character yet, but I do have it on my other characters, so it's a very useful item to pick up, and you don't run into whiskey a whole lot. Sorry, I was trying to move my chair. My min pin is sitting askew on my lap. Alright, there should be something for me to scrap with here. There it is. So we will scrap all my junk. Get rid of this board that I picked up by accident. Get rid of these hunting rifles. Do I have any extra apparel? Nothing that weighs anything. Now, at every red rocket, there's usually at least one thing that you can destroy with and one thing that you can store in. So there's a storage container here. I'm just going to go ahead and store all my junk in that. Also, I think we have some more gear and stuff that we could put on. Oh, yeah. See, we've had gear we could have put on this whole dang time, but I'm an idiot. Right arm. Right arm. Okay, so once we hit level 10, we definitely get a lot more stuff that we can put on. But let's go ahead and put this stuff on. Okay, so this is a legendary chess piece that allows me to potentially stand back up if they knock me down. So if I accidentally die, it'll give me a chance to revive myself once a minute while wearing this, which hopefully I don't get knocked down that far. And then this arm lets me regenerate slowly while not in combat, which is also helpful. And we're not going to do this tea time event here. We're going to bypass that and keep going to the power plant. It's pretty good experience to do this quest, but my whole goal in this playthrough is to stick to these workshops. And so we're gonna do that. Although I am going to go to this train station, because train stations have merchants. And this, I believe, is still a responder merchant. So we're not going to get access to a new pool of caps. But we'll be able to sell more, because I think we only ended up selling maybe 50 caps worth to the last vendor. So let's see what we got. Oh, my whiny min pin. What is it? Hmm? Come on, get back over here. All right. Let me tell you, if you don't have a dog, you should definitely get a dog. Even though they are squirmy and very dependent, they're worth it. All right, what do we got? 172 caps available. That's nice. Okay, let's sell. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, Sego. I definitely appreciate you coming in and chatting. Good to catch up, and I really appreciate you coming by. If you do pick up 76, be sure to add me in game. And if you see me ever streaming or anything else, just hit me up. But you have a good rest of your night. Or morning, I guess.
If you have supplies to trade, I can be of service.
Sell this grilled red roach.
Ammunition and
Get rid of all this razor grain that we had. See, 75 razor grain. We're going to sell that right up for 75 caps. Bam. So that adds up really fast. Salt bean soup, Radaway diluted, Radaway, Rad-X. We don't need that much Rad-X. I like to hang on to a couple of each of these, but I don't really need a whole lot. And I usually try and prioritize selling the stuff that's going to go bad.
sure to stock up while you can.
Sell this one corn, apparently, that we had left over. Ooh, that possum bacon's about to go bad. We'll sell that. Did I sell the potato flowers? I did not. Let's sell those.
Available.
Hey, we're gonna get almost all of his caps. And if I'm willing to sell some extra stuff here, I think we could do it. But I don't know that I want to sell everything at the moment. Sell that. Sell that. It's got 4 caps. We can do this. Come on.
To trade supplies.
Sure. Baseball grenade. I'm not going to use that most likely. And blood pack. Sure. Doesn't have anything as far as
trading for supplies and
plans that I'm desperate for.
And gear.
So we'll hold off on that. I wouldn't mind having piano, but really acoustic is the workshop, or is the plans that I really like having, just because I like being able to do the steel guitar. That's my favorite one on here, is the steel guitar. Alright, cool. So we're all sold. Do we have all of our junk stowed away? Junk is stowed. Let's go to Poseidon, which is that way. And it did say that this workshop was unowned, so we'll have to double check and see if it is, and how much time there is left on powering up Poseidon, because I wouldn't mind doing powering up Poseidon, as long as there's enough time to actually do it.
This is a level 2 nuclear alert. Repeat, this is a level 2 nuclear
That's
alert.
great that it's a level 2, but what time do I have left to do this?
Critical failure. Hazmat teams are en route. Please remain indoors and await further instructions.
48 minutes? Sweet. We can do this. It doesn't take it. Just in case you're worried, it doesn't take anywhere near 48 minutes to actually complete this. I think if you go for full repair, it generally only takes maybe 10. And I'm not sure that I'm going to go for full repair. I think I might just go for a partial and be content with that. Have I cleared this yet? Clear enemies from the Poseidon plant yard. I think we've cleared it pretty much. Will it let me take it? No. And I want to complete this quest because it gives me 25, or 20 caps for completing that portion of it. So I need to find whatever critter is holding up my claiming of the facility. I thought that they'd fixed all of the bugs with that, but it looks like maybe they didn't. Oh. Caught him off guard. Not gonna catch the others off guard though. Alright, let's put on the gun, turn on our light. Well, these level 6s take just a little bit more than one shot, don't they? Maybe a headshot? Yep, headshot will do it. Okay. If I want to conserve ammo, I'm going to have to do headshots. Get these pipes repaired without falling through, hopefully, to the underlayer. And you can see the progress up in the top right there for repairs to the cooling system as I do this. And it will take one entire side of the cooling towers plus part of the other one unfortunately. There's no way around it. Come on. Oh. Dang, he's put a hurting on me. Have me some razor grain soup. Heal up a little bit. Do some pipe balance. Ah, crap. No problem. Fear not, mortals, for we can walk back up again. There we go. Sorry about that. My phone was making noise. Nothing important. Just emails. Okay. Oh, did I miss that one that's under the... Okay. On this particular one, it's kind of annoying because there are locations to where you cannot fix it from up above. And I think that that might be this whole side here done. If I can carefully listen. Yep. Oh. Alright, I think we're ready for the other tower. Let's get out of here, go to the other tower. Fix this one up. Deal with some more annoying scourged. If I can get headshots on these guys, that'd be nice, but I think as long as they're level 1, I'll just be able to one-shot them. Or shoot them and bash them. Also works. Dang nabbit. Stop it. Ooh, shotgun. Shotguns are good. Oh, another reason for me to primarily use the pistol now is because since I have Gunrunner equipped, we actually move 20% faster while we have a pistol equipped. Now, we don't have to have the pistol out, but we do have to have it equipped. Come on. Oh, jeez. Panic shot. Too much pressure, man. Oh, no. Woohoo! Alright, well. Born Survivor kicked in and saved our butt. Made us use a stim pack. Keep us alive a little bit longer. Pro at falling over those. It's alright. Got us kind of where I wanted to be. Oh, there's actually somebody here helping us repair, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the full repair option. Since if we get somebody helping, that'll make this go a lot quicker. Okay, cool. I think we are completely repaired now. Oh. Stop shooting me. Alright, they're down below, it says. Okay, now that 10% from Gunslinger would actually help me, because it would be just enough damage to finish these guys off. Now, I don't know if this glitch is still going on, but the last time I tried entering the main facility from the cooling tower, it froze me. So I am not going to go in that way. I'm actually going to see about working myself over from the expansion. If we're lucky, we'll get the, Oops, I didn't actually need to loot that. We will get the... Oh no. Jeez, let me go. If we're lucky, I was saying, we will get the fusion generator. If we're unlucky, we'll get the windmill. If we're even more unlucky, we'll get the large generator. But while we're here, I'm also going to go ahead and get us a hazmat suit. Just in case. Born Survivor, saving our butt again. Hit 20% and it triggered our stim pack for us. And right in this... Oh no. Come on. Calm down, don't panic. Right in here. Ah, somebody already took it. Foiled once again. Okay. Come on. Well, at least I get my throwing knife back. There's that, I suppose. Small victory. Okay. So, it doesn't look like the guy has gotten inside to start work on the... oh, phew. Okay. On the guts yet. So we are going to work our way around into there. Oh, I did not want to grab that sledgehammer. Alright, let's drop that sledgehammer while I'm thinking of it. Because that's a lot of weight that I really don't need to be carrying around. We'll drop this pitchfork too. Sledgehammer. Okay, now I shouldn't be encumbered anymore either. Drink us some water. Turn our light off. Try and be sneaky here just for a little bit. Finish off as many of these as we can without activating them. Boilers. Ding! It says boilers this way. Are these boilers? Is that what these are supposed to be? Yeah, boilers this way. Is that... Okay, yeah, so I guess this is the exit. And then the boilers are in here. Man, I could have swore that there was supposed to be a way to get to the main plant from in here. I really, really thought that there was. I guess maybe not. Right? This just takes me back outside. Sure enough. Well, we will try and enter Cooling Tower 3 and see what... Oh, it's not actually an entry thing. Maybe we can get into the plant from here. Alright, where's the rest of them? Alright, I'm showing is hidden again. So I may be safe. Aha! There's a door. Question is, does it take me where I want to go? And what's this glowing thing over here? Nothing. Okay, well, that was anticlimactic. Let's work our way up top. And we're just about to the 2-hour mark of the stream, so I am going to probably wrap up once we get done with powering up Poseidon here. Okey-doke. What do we got? Can't go that way. I just want to get to the main plant without crashing on zone. Alright, I think this is it. Yeah, this would make sense for it to be an underground corridor. Excellent. Basement. I can work with that. We'll work our way through the basement. And get there. I hear the pitter-patter of little feet. Expansion, workroom, locker room, main entrance, lobby. I think it's actually... Well, you know what? Actually, I think there might be a way through this way. Ooh, hello. Just close that. Reload my gun real quick. Oh, looks like the power armor's still here. Okay, scrap these weapons. It's weird. I don't know why that throwing knife was separate. Hazardous material. Okay. Oh, I hear a whiny puppy in the other room. Okay. 1 second. I gotta let my pup in here. My big pup. Alright. Now it's a 2-pup room. Okay, what am I looking for? There should be a damaged hazmat suit in here somewhere in one of these. Come on, dude. Alright. Min pin is remounted. Ah. There. Jeez. Okay. Let's go upstairs, I guess. See if I can find out where I need to get to. Main plant is this way. You can see me better than I can see you, you darn thing. There we go. Reactor, this way. Okay, well that's part of the solution. Alright, see about working our way around to the reactor. Sorry if I got quiet all of a sudden. Had to move away from the mic as I was letting my min pin back up. Okay, reactor, security is this way. Okay. So security... I'm down to 81 rounds. Hopefully I don't come close to running out. I'm under danger, so this might actually be dangerous to do this, but I'm going to try and end facility lockdown.
Has ended.
End reactor lockdown.
Has ended.
There. Hazmat storage key. That's how you get back to the power armor set that we walked past down below. Now we can get into the reactor, but I'm gonna check and see if I can find me a hazmat suit first. Damaged is better than nothing, I guess, because I think damaged is all that there is in here. Yeah, it is. But we're gonna go ahead and repair. Oh, come on! Worst auto aim ever. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and repair the reactor first. Is that actively leaking, or is that something that's above me? Full reload going here. Where? Oh, where? I hear a leak. Oh, it's below. Yeah, how do I get to that one? I'm gonna have to go down there eventually. Might as well do it now. Repair. You know what? While we're down here, let's get all this bottom stuff taken care of if I can. Here. Apparently damaged hazmat suit does a pretty good job at keeping you safe. I didn't think that it was going to quite give me this level of protection, but this is nice. Less than 1 rads per sec. And there's also a decontamination arch that you can use to get your rads repaired after you get done with this. Fix this real quick. It's actively showing me the repairs now. That's much better. Go to that one. Hop down here. Do the one up front. There's a couple that are way at the very top, I think. We've completed the minimum, but I want to do more than... How do you even get up here? Oh. I want to do more than the minimum. We're already this far down the road. Our helper that was helping us fix the whole thing, I guess, broke off, or he tried to use the cooling tower entrance, which is bugged, or was bugged the last time I tried using it. And he may have gotten kicked from the server whenever he tried to do that. Which is really sad, especially if you spent a lot of time fixing the cooling tower, only to get kicked out of the server as soon as you try and go inside to make repairs inside. It's pretty heartbreaking. Okay, ooh, be careful here, because that's a good way to get stuck. I have had that happen before. Where am I missing? 20-something below me? 23 feet down that way. There's one over here. But I think there's another one, right? Or is that it? Yeah, one other one. Where is it at? Is the 200 cap question. Trying to be quiet so I can hear it. Sorry if that's not super entertaining for me to pause. See if I can hear it. But for some reason, my quest heading is not helping me. I don't see anything below. Shouldn't be anything above. That's been repaired. Where in the heck? I have one thing that needs repair. What is it?
Not us.
I'm not seeing anything. Gotta be something, though. I've never had it to where it hasn't given me the option to find and repair whatever it is. So it's here. There's something in here that needs to be repaired. It's just not updating me. Ow. Okay, well, that seems like my cue to give up on this. Wow, I really hate giving up. Okay, does that... No, it doesn't. It turns on the arch. I guess I don't really need the arch. I honestly did not even see that one. Sneak attack a few of these. Might as well. Wow, you guys are just thick in here. Are you done yet? Apparently not. Where are you? Still showing danger. There's something else around. Is it in here? Alright, I'm just gonna go around and start making repairs. If I run into them, so be it. If I don't, also so be it. So a lot of the repairs are up on this top level, and you can usually just swivel around each of these to make the quick fixes to these control consoles and these pipes. And then once you make your upper pass, then you can go down low to the next level and make all of the repairs down there.
All plant systems are now operational.
And there should be a few left down here in the bottom.
Restart.
Oh, dang it. If I had a cap for every time I did that, I'd probably at least have 5 caps. Min pin sliding on the lap again. Okay, well, fully repaired the generator system. It is absolutely aggravating that I cannot figure out where that reactor repair is that needs to be made, but I am ready to be done with this quest, so let's go through security, up into the control room. There will be some resistance here, so we're fully reloaded. There's also... oh, I didn't think that could see me yet. Get reloaded. Calm your britches, calm your britches. How does that not hurt more? Oh, apparently just takes 3 shots. Hey, well, that was enough to trigger my porn survivor, so. Alright, let's do us restart power plant. What did I get? Come on! Oh, it's not gonna show me what.
Canceling civilian nuclear alert.
Oh,
All maintenance contracts have been
troubleshooter.
terminated. Your services are no longer required.
Alright, let's see what generator we got. Let's go to notes. Windmill. Sad face. Oh well, windmill is not that bad. There are worse ones to get. We didn't get large generator, but we're gonna have to see about doing this quest again to get access to the nuclear reactor. Or the fusion reactor, I should say. Because the fusion generator is worth 100 power. And it is expensive because it takes the rare element of nuclear material. But aside from that, it is so much more worth your resources. Oh, hello. Hello. Goodbye. Thankfully, those were all level 1s. Okay, we're here. Let's go outside. Can I fast travel there? Let's just fast travel outside to the power plant, because otherwise we're going to have to go through the cooling towers, and I don't know if it glitches out going the other way, but it most certainly glitches out going in. So we'll just fast travel out this way, and probably take the workshop, or clear the workshop if it lets us, and then take it over so we can get us a couple more recipes, and then call it a night. There's a scorched in the distance. Nailed him! Alright. This thing having a snub barrel, I didn't think it was actually gonna hit at this distance. Or be that accurate at this distance, I should say. Yeah, more like that. Waste freaking 2 shots near point blank range before you actually make contact. Alright, let's go ahead and take this over. If it will let us. Oh, hey! Person actually spawned in this time. Cool, and there's our 20 caps. So I could log off and call it good, but I'm going to take those 20 caps and spend them on here. We'll claim this for 29 caps, actually. So it's going to cost us 9 caps for whatever recipe we unlock here. But fingers crossed, come on, acoustic. I want acoustic. If I can get acoustic, or one of the, like, barn, or warehouse, or brick. I don't think we'll get brick, but One of those would be nice. I would really like that. Cha-ching. What do we get? And we'll go ahead and do the defense for it, since it's not going to take that long. Office desk. Joy. If I was going to be here all night, I might actually make the investment to build more of these. But since I'm going to be logging out, I don't want to have more than just that. There's a stupid guy that stays up here, and he is a pain in the butt. Come on. Ooh, suffering a little damage fall off at that distance, it looks like. Come on. Where's your friend? There's either a second one that spawns in back here, or spawns in somewhere up and around here. I don't think that was the one that's shooting at us. Yeah, it's closer than that. I don't know where it is. Hopefully it'll stop shooting at whatever it's shooting at. See if there's someone left the blueprints in here. Nope. There are blueprints that spawn either on this desk, I believe, or right over here, and it looks like somebody beat us to those, so I'm not going to end up getting those for free. Attack is imminent, so let us defend. And no, I'm not going to build any extra defenses because I used up all of the workshop's oil making these things. Well, maybe most of it. Let's see what, there might be enough left over. Nope. These only require 2, but it's still going to use my oil. And even though I have 385, I'm not going to waste it because I'm going to be logging out soon. So, once we finish this defense, grab our purified water, whatever we've managed to build up, and call her a night. Oh, you're a 2-shot. Is this? Aha! Okay, so this is a much better way to kill you guys. Oh, you are a legendary. I got gypped. Sometimes if you stare at them long enough, they might actually have it populate. Dang. Yep, we did get gypped. Most unfortunate. Where are you shooting from? Can't even hear the damn thing. Super mutants. Ooh. Wave 1 of 1. The good thing about not having turrets means that you get to actually kill all the things. So you're guaranteed to get experience. Let's go ahead and get fully nommed here. Fire axe. Come on, one of you are gonna have to give me some water before it's the end. spawning right there. You're not super mutants. I need super mutants. Uh-oh. I think it has hit the threshold of being encumbered. Stash box. And... construction, what's it called? Crafting. Sure. Oh man, look at all these guns I've been picking up. Get this ground into something useful. Hopefully. Alright, come on. Where are the super mutants at? Supposed to be waylaid by super mutants. And I has no super mutants. Come on. Did they spawn on the other side? Is that why I can hear popping in the distance over there? Let's go check and see, I guess. Oh, fusion core. I don't need it, but I'll take it. Ah, there he is! Oh, freaking no man's zone. Alright, come on. Where's the last one? Oh, I was gonna say, come on, please! Use that stim pack. Oh. Dang it. I didn't want to do that. Hey! Frickin' jeez. Thing hit like a truck. Oh, I don't have any armor on. That would do it. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, that should help. Just the skosh. Yeah, no. That little chestnut. Alright. Pass this radiation BS. Hopefully. Gotcha. Sweet. Okay, that should be the defense. And let's see what we get for... Oh, hang on. I need to learn. I need to learn! Newsstand. I probably got newsstand because I didn't learn it quick enough. Oh well. If it was newsstand, I didn't know it yet. So it's no major loss. Yeah, it was newsstand. If you do complete one of these defenses, you always want to learn all of your recipes beforehand, just in case that, you know, counts in somehow to say, oh, well, they don't know newsstand, so let's give them newsstand. And you may be actually sitting on it and just haven't learned it yet. So always make sure you learn as many of those as you can beforehand, just in case it helps. I haven't seen anyone given true data proving that, but it seems to make sense to me. Nice, and I got my 4 purified water. Oh, you. Alright. We done? Keep trying to shoot me. Oh, I actually saw where he was shooting from this time. Wow, these guys just don't stop. I don't know if it's people coming by here or what. There's something that keeps spawning these people back in. By people, I mean scourged. Scorched. Scourged. Scorched. I think I've actually called them Scourged a couple times now. Scorched. Sorry about that. That would probably drive me crazy slowly. Alright. We're gonna leave. Let's go to the station here and sign out. Oh boy, we really are looking like a raider, aren't we? We're gonna have to set up his appearance this next time too, or I might do that in between videos. But I want to make him look like something other than one of these presets. Make him look like a raider. Because, you know, if we're going to be taking workshops and stuff, we're going to want him to look the part. Alright. Let's do this. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you joining me tonight for this 2-hour and almost 30-minute stream. If you enjoyed this, be sure to hit thumbs up, subscribe for more. I plan on doing more of these, and hopefully we'll get into some good PvP this next time as we start to unlock more and more of the travel locations for the workshops. It's ultimately my goal to get this guy to where I can take over all of the workshops and do some fun PvP along the way. So, thanks again, and I will catch you on the next one. Later.